How come you have to say that?
1963 and 1965. And there's John, and there's Mary Lou. There's Goldie, our puppy. There's me, I'm pregnant with Mike, and then behind next to me is Jim. And then there's Sandy, and here's Carol on the end. There's my mom. There's my dad, Sandy, I think Carol in the red hat.
Preston girls. This is at the Schwalm house on Lewisham.
I think this is at my mom and dad's house, yeah.
Honey, you can't play right now, please.
And this is December, and I would have had Mike in January, so that's about a month before he was due. There's my grandpa, Dave Coy, wearing the white shirt there. And then there's John, and then there's the Sandy and Susie. Plaid back there, I think, was Linda, my cousin who passed away. There's my aunt. My Aunt Beth had the one that had the gray hair just before that. It went so fast. This is Sandy.
And her dad.
My Aunt Beth is my mom's sister, and so is my Aunt Marion. This, I think, is Sandy. And Susie. And then the red dress right there was Phyllis. There's Uncle Jim. There's Judy, my cousin Judy. And there's my grandpa. And there's my Aunt Beth in the gray dress and the gray hair. She's Phyllis's mom. And my Uncle Bud was right in front of her, the gray plaid shirt. And Linda had that red plaid. She had a brain tumor and died at 32. She was married, had 2 children. This is...
Kids playing Monopoly.
Yeah, this must be Hollenbeck. Yeah, there's Jerry Hollenbeck. My cousin Jeannie, the brown hair just to the right. There's my aunt, there's my mom, there's my dad, there's me, there's my Aunt Marion Hollenbeck, and then there's my Uncle Ed Hollenbeck. My Aunt Marion Holbeck was named after my Aunt Marion Hollenbeck because my grandma liked her. And there's...
Who are those guys?
That's Jerry, and there's Susie right there. Let's see here. I think that's Jeannie's daughter. I don't think that there's Larry. Jim playing pool. That would have been Jerry's house.
Jim Preston.
That's my cousin Ed. He was the oldest brother.
Hollenbeck.
Yeah. That guy in the red shirt was Jack Mormon. He was Jeannie's husband. Larry. There's Ed again in the white shirt. See, my Aunt Marion. There's me, pregnant. Uncle Jim, my brother-in-law Jim. And Jerry. This is at our house on Chicago Drive, our first Christmas, after Mike was born. We have a tree right in the front bay window. And he's riding his little toys. And as you can see, I was pregnant with Scott.
What city?
So this was Chicago Drive, which is Granville, Michigan. And I would have had Scott 3 months later in March. And that's our tree. Cards. And I'm 6 months along there. There's Mike. Probably going to Christmas Eve service. There's Gary Bremen, Sue's husband. And it was my dad, my mom. We had an artificial fireplace. That's my rocking chair I got for graduation gift for my 2 aunts. There's Sue Bremen, my best friend. There's Mike. Anyway, yeah, that rocking chair. Judy, my cousin Judy, and I each got one. We both still have ours. It was a wonderful graduation gift. It was from the 2 aunts for each of us. And there's my cousin Phyllis in the blue. My Aunt Miriam was in the red. My grandpa's in the green shirt. And there's Linda. Yeah, Dave Coy. There's John. Linda was on the floor just a minute ago.
Your brother John?
My brother John. Yeah. And there's my grandpa again on the right. Ooh, I can't make out who that is. That's me. It would not be a beer because I've never had a beer in my life. So.
It is a beer. It's
That's Linda, the one that passed away. There's John. That's my Aunt Beth.
Ah.
And there's Linda. My Aunt Beth and my Aunt Mary were the best aunts you could ever want. They both lived right near me, and they were just treating me like gold, as did my grandma and grandpa. Grew up in a great situation. There's Aunt Beth. She's got my mom, my cousin Jimmy, who married Sharon. There's this picture of my cousin. Judy and John. Dave Coy. Phyllis Chapman. There's my Aunt Marion. She was Phyllis's, or she was Judy's and Jim's and Linda's mom. It's Mike. Our dog Goldie's in the background. And that's on Chicago Drive yet. And that case, Larry made that television stand holder made out of wood.
Is that Scott?
Yep, so this would have been another
This is Saukal, right?
No, another Christmas. Let me see.
Northview?
We moved to Saukal when he was 2 weeks old. So
Yeah,
that would
there's
be
the fireplace.
Saukal. Yeah, there's the fireplace.
Grand Rapids suburb.
Mm-hmm. That's Scotty Waddy. Do all day. Hearth, I always worried about the kids falling and hitting their chin in their head.
Did we ever get hurt on it?
You know, I don't know, but I worried about it so much I put red pillows on as soon as I could.
I remember that.
Got that sunburst clock for a wedding gift. And those are what I did with there's a rocking chair again that stays with me. It was a tea cart we got for a wedding gift. Gun holder. And our tree. We used to put lots of icicles on the tree. That Herpelsheimer's 88-cent sale. I mean, for 88 cents, you used to be able to get like a $7 gift nowadays. And I would go to that sale and get a bunch of stuff for toys, and then I'd have the kids in the neighborhood wrap it for money. They used to love that.
What kids?
Goral kids, Redmond kids.
Neighbors.
Yeah, neighbor kids. There I am. I still. Well, there is. I think that might be Marilyn and Wayne over. Yeah, there's me there. There's Scott. Stuck underneath the chair. Yeah, a Cocker Spaniel that had got one of those spokes in her eye in the chair.
These tops too at some point.
Had to run her to the vet, but she was okay. She's a good little playpen, huh? Christmas 65, 66. Hopefully here's Holiday. 66.
Larry
Here's
just came out.
Larry, and here's Mike and Scott, and their Mickey Mouse hats. Steve's in the little bouncer.
Look for these things that go around a can, you know? Their names on them.
Good idea.
We used to put the tree in a wooden playpen so the kids wouldn't eat the ornaments off it. They used to decorate sometimes they put garland around the playpen too. My mom and dad, Scott and Mike. We used to have Phyllis a lot of Christmas mornings. There's John, because her mom and dad were gone. They passed away. And she lived not too far away, so she came over a lot of Christmas mornings. That's me. Lots of presents. Dave Corey, my grandpa. There's Phyllis, my cousin Jimmy, Sharon,
Oh, gross.
Mike, Linda in the back. I can't make out who that is. There's my mom and my Aunt Marion and myself, my Uncle Bud the cigar. That's me again, pregnant again. There's Ruth Baribeau in the back on the left and Cheryl on the right with Lori. And there's Mike, there's my Uncle Ed with Mike here. And Sandy. There's me in the back, and Carol, John in the pink shirt, Carol, the blonde. Uncle Jim, opening presents. There's Trina and Nell.
This is a green.
My Aunt Marion, Nell, my mom. Oh, she looks pretty. And my mom made her own dresses. That's my dad, and here's Jerry, and that's Ed.
Jerry and Ed are his brothers?
Jerry, Ed, and Ken were brothers. Ken was the youngest.
Grandpa's brothers?
No, Grandpa's sister's sons.
Oh,
Aunt Miriam was Grandpa's sister. He had a sister Helen, too.
that's right.
But she's not in any of these pictures, because she's usually in Florida. They would cut heads off people.
Yeah. He never had brothers, did he?
No, just had the two sisters. So the camera. There's Carol, Jerry, Ed, right in front here. I think it's my sister there. That's Trinity in the red, Nell in the green. Scott, Mary Lou, Carol, Sandy,
Who's the guy?
Ed Senior and Ed Junior. There's me in the purple. Carol.
Christmas Eve, 68.
62.
It's probably gone now. I probably just dumped it out, honey. And clean it up.
Christmas again. Lots of presents.
Daddy.
Kids are getting bigger. Mike, Scott.
Yes, bud.
There's
Where's my
Scott. There's Steve right
Where's my
here.
drink?
There's my cousin Judy, and she's got Jeff Jankowski in her lap, and there's Sharon and Ken. And that one man with the glasses was Linda's husband, Dick Kubiak. And this is Scott opening some cars. My mom made these sweaters for the boys, those sport knit sweaters. She'd make them for the girls too, and she'd make us all matching pajamas every year.
Uncle would say that.
Mike, can you see if it's still, honey, see if it's still running? And there's Mike in front here.
Still recording.
This would be every Christmas night we have our Hollenbeck party.
Where are we?
Usually we're at my grandma and grandpa's house. No, but this.
Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Lewiston?
No, they live down Storms and.
Storms.
Sometimes we take turns. I know we went to Chapman's, which is Phyllis and Aunt Beth and Uncle Ed, to their house too. There's Steve. But years ago, we would always go to my grandma and grandpa's. That was Sharon. I just leaned forward. There's Linda that passed away.
I do like that. Thank you very much.
There's Steve.
I want one too.
There's Mike. And everybody bought a gift for everybody.
So sometimes it wasn't beer in them.
So everybody, every family bought a gift for everybody there. So you got a pile. Everybody went home with a bag of presents. I know one year I made these plates and I decorated them like old-fashioned men and women's heads and wrote the names of everybody on it and put a sticker on the back so you can hang it on the wall. And that was my gift to everybody. That was before I was married. There's Scott opening a present.
Cars are coming downstairs, son. It's gonna be down in a
Stop.
second.
Let's see. My mom is pretty. Phyllis in pink. Uncle Bud.
Done.
There's Judy, Sharon, Linda, Jim. This is at my mom's house. Apparently we took turns at people's houses because that's my mom's furniture. And there's me, pregnant again, I think. It's probably Melissa or Steve. There's Scott. And
That's the Preston girl?
yeah, that's Sandy, I think, and Susie in the blue. And Scott in the front.
I do. I'm gonna think I'll take you tomorrow. I went down there and it was chaos. Not in the living room so much, but in my bedroom, and I have a new playroom there too.
Is that Jimmy Preston, upper right?
Right there in the plaid.
That's Jimmy Preston?
I haven't seen his face yet, honey.
I thought next to Sandy, it's cut out now, but
Jimmy would be your age.
yeah.
So,
Can't see him now. He popped there a couple times.
okay, that's Saka. Christmas.
Northview, Grand Rapids.
We had a slider right there that went out to a deck overlooking the backyard.
4077 Stockholm.
Right. Oh, and the children were nestled up, snug in their beds. Here's Steve.
We have some, but it stays here.
Oh, it's Christmas morning. Oh, I made that bathrobe out of towels, big bath towels. I sewed them together. My sewing machine. Oh, they love Christmas morning. That was my kid's favorite moment. I had the lights on.
Hey,
Oh, remember that?
Oh yeah, that thing was dangerous.
Yeah.
And that propeller would whip around and it would fly around and bop you in the head.
Right. That's Mike with it.
Daddy, this is the Christmas one.
That's me, a little boy. I was a little boy.
Where's me in it?
You're
You
not
weren't born yet,
yet.
sweetheart.
That was me when I was a little boy.
This is me. And there's Scott. And there's probably, well, Mike and Scott. Remember we bought that. When you have a lot of children, you get the use out of that stuff. Oh, viewfinder. Also camera.
Must be Steve on the horse. Looks like me with the helicopter again.
Uh-huh.
And Scott with the camera.
Probably.
Ruth? Because her hairdo, right? And there's Matt in the background.
Yeah, they used to come on Christmas Eve for dinner, and then we'd go to church with them at Faith Lutheran.
Oh.
And then my parents would come Christmas Day at noon. That's Cheryl's husband, Tom DeWint. That's Bob Baribeau, Cheryl's sister and Larry's brother. So I had back-to-back dinners. That's Matt Baribeau. That's Lori. I'd make a dinner for nighttime, a dinner for noon the next day, and a big double everything. We went to church in the afternoon, or at 5 o'clock with his parents, and then we go to midnight service. There's Cheryl. She's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Pat. Pat Baribeau right there.
Oh.
That's right. Finally got a good look at her.
She's gone anyway.
Playpen again in the tree in the playpen. We also had a tree fall over one time. It's probably another reason to have it in the playpen.
Is that Scott?
That's Scott. Yeah, there's Mike. There's me in my bathrobe.
Is that a cake knife?
I don't know what that is.
Or a bathroom bar? A bar to have bathroom towels from?
I don't know, honey.
Me with a machine gun?
Yep, that is you, machine gun. And there's Scott and Steve.
Yeah, the viewfinder of these old 8mm cameras, what you see in the viewfinder is not necessarily what you record, and that's why you end up cropping people's heads off a lot.
Yeah. We love trains, but we never could keep the tracks. They always would be...
Lose them.
Yeah, the tracks would be all in pieces in different toy boxes. And I remember downstairs we had a toy box that went the whole length of the basement. So trying to find pieces of the train wasn't easy.
That was really handy.
Yeah. Oh,
Plus we had bopping our head on that fireplace.
See, that's why I got that red cushion. I worried so about that. There's John. John would come on Christmas Day with my mom and dad. Or like this Bella sometimes. Or Judy Yost.
Yes.
Oh, honey.
Stand
You're
up.
sitting
Stand
on the...
There's your mom. There's me and Scott again.
I don't know what this is. There's Steve playing with a merry-go-round, another train. Trains every year. I think we get really do think we get trains every year. Christmas 10th, 1970 and 10th anniversary. Okay, Steve. Oh, we've got Melissa here now.
In her footy pajamas.
Her footy pajamas, she was always such a joy.
It's me, Mike, in the helmet.
Yep. You guys picked on her terribly.
Scott in the red cowboy hat.
Yep. Mrs. Kingsnorth used to say he smiled all the time at school.
Who, Scott?
Yeah. Pretty tree.
This is Sawcaw again,
Yes.
Northview.
Yes.
We got little gas station pumps there that little bells ding when you
Yeah,
crank them.
Fisher Price. Here's her dolly in her stroller.
Ah.
Reminds me of Maggie tonight. So she would have been 11 months old.
Really?
Because she was born, remember, January?
She's big.
And, well, she walked early. Melissa walked at
Ah.
like 10 months.
This is your.
This is our 10th anniversary. Yeah,
Who are you sitting with there?
Sue Brayman. And there's my friend Barb Hayes, who passed away, who I adored.
Is that Matt Baribeau?
Matt Baribeau right there. And we had, these were my bridesmaids that were in the wedding.
Ruth.
There's my mother back there, and there is Carol and Suzanne. What's her name, honey? Larry's cousins. There's Sue and Gary, Suzanne and Carol. There's Bob and Pat down at the end. Pastor Bob leaning forward. Matt at the
Graves?
end. Graves, that's what it is. John. These were all in our wedding. On the right there is Norma Liss, because she and her husband were our best man and mistress of ceremonies and master.
Who's playing the guitar and singing?
Well, they were just someone that we heard about, and there's Hampton Hayes, Barb's husband.
Where are we?
We're in the basement. I had the party on Saco in the basement. I made Cornish hens for every person.
Who's that back?
That's Barb and Sue and Aunt Norma and Uncle Ed, Jerry Lignell, Bob, Jerry, my sister, Mary Lou in the white.
Aunt Norma, Uncle Ed.
Right there. In Liz.
Right. Norma was Ruth Baribeau's half sister.
Right. Steve.
This camera was very intimidating because it had like 1 or 2 floodlights.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was a very bright light, which was good at a distance, but close up it washed everything out.
Right.
But people would squint and run from this thing. It was like being under a police spotlight or something.
Uh-huh. There's Melissa.
Little bow in her hair, you holding her. Steve.
Uh-huh. There's John. So this would have probably been, like I say, my family would come over like noon and we'd have dinner and then we'd open gifts again. This would be with my mom and dad and John. My mom made a made me a nightgown, a tiger flannel nightgown.
Dr. Seuss kind of instrument there.
Oh. Mom's got
your mom's
Melissa.
lineup?
Yeah.
Is that
And
Phyllis?
that would be Phyllis.
Holding.
I think she's opening a present.
Me, Mike?
There's Melissa right now.
Is that Melissa? She was older.
Yeah,
in
she's
the
got a
early-
fur coat on.
She's older in the earlier shots, so these must be out of order. Yeah, because she was older in the earlier one, wasn't she? I didn't realize it was out of order. So how old would she be in the shot?
Well, this is Christmas, and she was born.
She was born
you two are the 24th and 25th of January, so she has to
So
be
she's
11
months here.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So she was nearly 2 years old, and the other one you said that she was 11 months. Okay, that makes sense. I remember this bouncy chair. It's elastic band screwed into the ceiling.
Right.
And I remember I used to.
There's the red cushion I finally got.
Yeah. I used to grab that chair and pull her across the room and let her go.
I know you did.
And
I
she'd
remember it.
Go catapulting across the room and back and forth, and it was fun.
Yeah.
She screamed in laughter. She was having fun. And then one day it ripped out of the ceiling. But she didn't get hurt because she's just reached the apex of it where she was about to spring back. And it ripped out of the ceiling, so she just dropped to the floor like, a few inches, and that was it.
Oh.
1972 Christmas.
Oh, this is what do you call that, honey?
It's like an inflatable tent. We loved it. I remember.
Yeah, it was a huge hit.
It's kind of a
There's
moonwalk
Scott.
thing. It's an inflatable floor,
Right.
inflatable walls.
They just lived in that thing that
There's
year.
a crazy wheel. You pump with your arms, and a big wheel in the background.
Yeah, lots of presents.
Yeah, the inflatable tent was
Big long stockings always.
had a very strong polyurethane smell to it. We loved it.
Yeah. They were high, actually.
Yeah. These couches, are they your parents' couches?
Yeah.
You got them.
And
So we're in Salka, and there she is.
there's Mike. No, yeah, there's Mike. Is that Mike? Leading
Yeah,
up
and there's
to-
Melissa.
Leading up Melissa. I think now she's like 2.
Yeah.
See how brave she is. That's because she had older brothers.
We ushered her right in there. She went, not looking. Huh?
See, most of the little girls wouldn't do that. They'd cry. Just opening up other presents.
So this is usually Larry shooting?
Or me.
Either
I
one.
think more me.
Who's that?
That's Matt Baribeau.
This is blurry for a minute. I don't know what happened to it.
There's Scott. There's my mom. Scott. There I am in the back, so Larry would be in this now. There's Melissa.
We're Salka again. Painted the
Mhm.
walls. Kind of a gold color. You also put these styrofoam fake
Beams.
on
Like
the
wooden
ceiling.
beams. It was my Mediterranean period.
Ah,
I had red furniture, I had gold walls and dark beams on the walls. I really liked it. I outgrew it.
sure changed the look of the house, that's all.
Yeah, it did. My mom. Scott right there. Scott.
Who's in the plaid jumpsuit?
Oh, that's Scott. So maybe you were, Mike, the other one was doing. Okay, Danielson's. This
Who is
is Jan in front there that's Nananese, and there's Gary.
Who's in the background there?
Oh, that's Gary. Okay, Gary. There's Gary, Rusty.
Who's the woman?
That's Evie. There's Mike right there.
Melissa,
Gary,
Steve in the
Melissa,
foreground.
Steve. Pam's in the background there.
Is that Pam Danielson?
That's I think Rusty down there in his on the red outfit.
I think that's
Oh no,
Scott.
Scott
Pam.
with Rusty.
Yeah.
That's right. 'Cause Scott was more Rusty's age. There's my can't see who this is, but that gal on the left was Jimmy's first wife, and that's Jim right there, and that's Uncle Norm on the right. Yeah, they got divorced.
Scott.
Mm-hmm. And the one
Jack,
son-
Dad Jack.
Yeah. Tyler Scott, Rusty, Pam. Jerry isn't here. That's Roger again. There's Jerry. Wait, no, that's Gary. And Pam's wife. And the back is, golly, I'm forgetting names like crazy. But I know that, Jimmy. There was Jimmy right here. There's the long hair on the left. Jerry married Debbie, and I just saw her a minute ago there, so he was Norman Lois's.
Where are we?
We're at Roger and Evie's right now.
What city?
Jemison. This is Saukau now,
This is John
John.
swimming through all the presents.
right? Jack Jr.,
Yeah.
Mike, Melissa, my sister, sister? My mother or my sister?
I'm not sure. I think
it's my mom.
Yeah, I thought so. Empty stockings, bowling trophies on top of the china cabinet. Those are yours, right, Mom?
Yep, my girl on the windows, Judy Yost and John.
They dated.
They dated about 4 years. Before Pam. There's Sandy on the couch.
Preston.
This is at my mom and dad's house in Lewiston. Mike. That's my dad. Oh, my dad sat in that chair all the time.
She did. There's you with Jack Jr.
Yes, Jack had to go home and didn't want to go home.
Oh.
We never,
There's
Nick,
John.
my brother John,
Love to hunt.
we never had a problem.
Carol Preston.
Yeah, Carol and Judy Yost. My mother. Oh, cute white hat. Carol in the back. Jack just took to me so
Melissa.
easily, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, Mary Lou. Whatever.
Me, Mike.
My dad. Jim.
Preston.
Sandy. Honey. Jack. Judy Yost and John. After they broke up, John was devastated. He didn't want to break up. And so we set him up on a blind date with Pam.
Really?
Yep, so that's, I don't know, we went bowling, the four of us. This is setting out food for Santa and the reindeer. We had sugar and left him a note.
So technically they were related before they married.
Not by blood. But Jacqueline's doubly related to like say, Jenny, because she's half Danielson, half Schwalm, and so is Jenny.
Ah.
So it's almost like sisters. And there we are again, and my Matador pictures.
Empty stocking.
Mm-hmm. My bowling trophies. I love that Intuitive thing. I had it for all these years. I had it for like 45 years, and this year, 2005, we had that sewage backup. Well, it was from past Christmas. It rotted the
stockings are full now.
Yeah, it rotted the crutch. So what we had, I have the figures yet.
Donna, look at this puppy.
Look at all those presents.
Yeah.
Knee deep, from wall to wall.
That's why you guys love getting up on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Melissa.
That was her bedroom.
Yep.
Scott.
Scott. Oh, we
Jack Jr.
had those triple beds.
Me. Steve.
Steve. Dad.
Oh, that's authentic.
There's Melissa.
Scott.
Scott. She must be 3 or 4 there now.
Steve. Getting a box in the back. Scott.
Yep.
Melissa, what's with the hairdo?
I don't know. Her hair didn't grow for a long time. We used to put 2 ponytails. This is kind of how it grew. We may have just gotten married in November 30th, and then this has been our first Christmas together with the kids, or else it's the next one. Because Melissa, I think, was 4 when we got married. And there's Jack in the back.
Is it Jack Jr. in the back?
Uh-huh. But Jack knew you kids from church, so you were already playing together with him before we got married. He was in choir with you kids. waiting for you to open the telescope. I know I had that on tape somewhere. You got your telescope, and you were so excited.
I was a big astronomy buff.
You sure were. With many trips down to the planetarium
That's right.
and outside in the cold to look through your telescope.
Grand Rapids Amateur Astronomical Association. You took me to those meetings every once a month?
Oh, a
Or?
lot. I thought it was more than that.
Nice
Valentine's
boxers.
Day.
Well, if he'd known you're gonna whip out the camera.
He'd had him on. Oh, there's a Santa Claus coming. Now this would be...
Wonder who that could be.
This is the
Sandy.
Schwalm party. There's
Santa, Melissa in the little white apron dress. Oh, that's Melissa.
there's
Me,
Melissa.
Mike.
This isn't Dad because I
This
think
is
that's
going
a,
fast.
yeah.
Whipping this thing around.
Jenny, Lori Porter, Phyllis's. There's Sandy, Susie. I mean, oh Judy.
Going fast.
Oh, I can't. Phyllis, my mother, Flora, Linda,
Bud.
Uncle Bud, Dick Kubiak, my
Mary
dad,
Lou, Bud, Mike.
Judy,
Oh,
Judy Yost, Annie, is Phyllis's daughter.
77 Holbeck. Hollenbeck. Hollenbecks are Schwalms, right?
Hollenbecks are Schwalms, Blakes are also Coy. Okay, there's Kathy in the pink. This is a Coy Christmas party. There's Mike in the front here. There's Carla. There's Ed. There's Linda. She married Ken. There's Ken. He was the youngest of the three sons of Mary and Ed. There's my Aunt Marion. My other Aunt Marion was named after her. My mom,
Mary Lou.
Aunt Mary Lou, and then Jack in the background. There's Sandy. There's my dad. And
She's
Mary
holding
Lou
Jacqueline?
has Jacqueline. Yeah. And there's Trinia. And Jerry. Jerry is married to Trinia. And that's Jimmy?
I think so. It was Mike, me, Mike.
Yeah. And there's
Jim?
Uncle Jim in the back.
Preston.
Yep.
Dad Jack. Jacqueline.
Let's see, what's that?
Oh,
I think this is Tracy. Linda and Ken had a little girl who was always around Jacqueline's age, and I think that's Tracy. That's me. And this about 6 weeks after the baby was born, I think.
Last time you were pregnant.
That's right. Rusty, I think. Oh, no, this is Hollenbeck's again. There's Ed and Jerry. There's Jacqueline.
Sandy holding her.
Aunt Marion. Linda. Jim. Oh, I miss you, Uncle Jim. Mike. Aunt Marion. That's Nell, married to Ed. Me and my mom and my sister and Jim and Sandy holding the baby and my dad, and there's Ken in front and Trinia and Jerry with the light and all the kids.
Jimmy with the fro. Jack Jr. in front.
Junior playing cards.
What do you guys play?
I don't know what I can't really remember.
They play euchre a lot, or?
Jeez, I don't remember, honey.
Marion and.
That's John. John is Jacqueline's age, sort of. He was Lyndon Ken's also. It's Mike.
I forget these reels lasted like 5 minutes, so sometimes you try and use up the last 30
There's
seconds
John.
whipping it around.
Yeah.
We're at the Preston House in Rockford
There's
on Keys.
Jankowski's. There's Scott Kneeling, my dad.
So this is the Coy party.
Yes. Mike. Wow, hard to see. There's
Hard to-
Sharon, I
I see
think, and
Bud.
Uncle Bud. Dick Kubiak.
Blake?
Dick Blake. There's Phyllis. There's Linda and her son Rich Dickey. My mom, my sister with the baby, my baby. Sharon, that would be Kristen. There's Judy. There's Jimmy. There's Dick Kubiak.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Sandy.
Yep, Sandy and there's Annie.
Kids all run out to
Annie
meet
Blake.
Santa.
Yep. There's Jenny Jankowski.
The short brown hair.
And there's Aaron and the red hair. This is a new year, I think. Yeah, Linda in the back. There's Aaron on the right.
Sandy, Jimmy.
Linda. Steve way in the back with Jeff. Linda had two sons, Dickie and Matt. You know which one that is there, but that was Gene Jankowski, Jimmy's husband.
Melissa and
There's Jenny.
Jenny.
So the red tissue was from Santa Claus.
Ah.
She has probably Julie that on the left a minute ago. My mom with Jacqueline. Santa Claus. Mary Lou playing the piano.
We sang a lot of Christmas carols. that
Yes,
way.
we did. This
Danielson's?
again is Danielson's. There's Gary, Evie, Jack. That's Jerry's wife Debbie. That's Melody, who was married to Jim. They got divorced. There's Lois Danielson, Norm's wife. Evie. Scott. Jack Jr., Debbie, Pam, Jacqueline, Jan, Roger. It's hard to see. Jim and Melody, Jan and Bob got divorced too. Scott and Steve. Jerry in the back was married to Debbie. Roger and Debbie. Lois, Pam. Mike. Scott. Norm. Norm again.
Whose house?
Can't tell you here. This is Jack Jr. So far I don't recognize it. That was Debbie. Rusty. Jerry in the back. Dad. Jack.
There's Elvis moves.
Yeah.
Huge Elvis fan. Biggest Elvis fan. Did great Elvis impersonations too.
But Grandma said I gotta keep it here.
Who's that?
That's Bob Danielson. He used to draw names.
Whose son was
Evie,
Bob?
Roger and Evie. Lois, Debbie, and Jerry and Jack Jr. Gary, Norm, Melody. There's Dad with Jacqueline.
The camera was is Jack Jr. The camera was spring powered that you had to crank up, so sometimes the recording speeds varied.
Oh,
which
okay.
made it weird. Sometimes it would go by really fast, and sometimes really slow.
Oh,
Santa, say hi to the baby.
yep. Now, we didn't have Jack until we've been married 3 years, so I know I can tell you this, at least that much. My mom, John, Judy, Scott, Melissa, Jack, my dad and Jacqueline, Scott,
Jack Jr., Mike. It's the house on Saukall.
right. And a big
Melissa.
nativity scene.
Is that you?
Yes, that's me. Linda's mother, Grandma Dell's, made a big nativity scene
Oh.
in ceramics, and I don't know what I'm doing, but John and Judy, Jacqueline. She's stunned to be in this family yet.
This is your graduation gift chair?
That rocking chair. I got my Aunt Mary and Aunt Beth gave it to me, and then my mom and my Aunt Beth gave one to Judy. We both graduated the same year, so we got them at the same party. So we had a joint graduation party. It's a great gift because it rocked all my babies in it. So did Judy. See how good girls are? See, she just sits there and doesn't flail all over. Hi, honey. Hi. Hi.
Good is boring, Mom.
Oh, it's Christmas again. And there's a pool table.
Big Beetle is a
Wow.
toy box.
Talk about spoiled children.
Look at all that.
Holy cow. You had way too much stuff.
That's why you had to have a toy box that ran the length of the room. It made a wooden one with hinged lids. We could just shovel everything right into it.
And we had more toy boxes. You can see from there we had other ones besides that because we didn't have room to put all the toys in. Our basement, though, was funland. All the neighbor kids came over and roller skated down there and slid down the stairs. They'd pull the carpet out and slide down the steps.
And it was a linoleum floor, so we roller skated,
Uh-huh.
played a lot down there.
What was that song you guys used to always play on the record player?
Tom
Dooley?
Sawyer, that
Yeah.
irresponsible child.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer, some little 45 played on a little kiddie phonograph.
Yeah. That's
We'd
right.
roller skate and play that thing over and over and over again. Yeah, Jack playing pinball looked like. Me, Mike, Melissa.
I remember one year I bought Jack Jr. because he loved video games. And I bought
A
him one
year
for
later,
Christmas.
here's the same link.
Yeah. And
Jack Jr.
he was so excited. He acted about it. And that might be the one that Jack was playing. And 'cause I thought, this will keep him out of the video stores. Because he spent all of his money on video games. He actually took the game back to the store, returned it, got cash for it, and went to video. Remember North Kent Mall had that video place? I said, well, you know, it's your your Christmas present, but you won't have as long to play.
That was all those video games were. Yeah, North Kent Mall's gone now. It used to be near 5 Mile and
Jack and some Elvis records.
Northview or Plainfield. Near 5 Mile and Plainfield.
Mhm.
We played Asteroids, I think was the game then, and
Is
just
Jacqueline sleeping.
Destroyer.
Remember Jack sent you guys last year for Christmas each one of those games that were at North Kent Mall that you played? You all got your kick out. Remember he sent it in your package last year?
Oh yes.
And you all realized it was a game you used to play at North Kent Mall?
Yes. Love video games.
I didn't cut her hair. Her hair just didn't grow. I mean, I trimmed the ends of it, but I always wanted to have like I let Jacqueline's grow too, and hers
Scott
grew.
likes his little piano there?
Yeah.
Didn't she have an issue with dyeing her hair too much?
No, one time she wanted blonde hair. It's always this kind of light brown, and I dyed it, and it came out orange. Okay, that is Johnny. That's the Johnny that was. Oh yeah, hugging Jacqueline from, and that's Ken and Linda's older son. I can't think of his name right now.
The Hollenbecks?
Here's Scott that came late to the party.
This is Hollenbeck, right?
Yeah, this is a Hollenbeck party. Or maybe he was there and was outside or
I think
something.
this is Sawcaw in the basement. Or, no, Hessler? Hessler Drive in the basement? 78.
78 would have been.
Yeah, Rockford.
Oh, okay.
It'd been my
Yeah.
freshman year. This would be the first year we were at our first Christmas in Myers Lake.
Okay.
Rockford, Hessler Drive. You go, girl. Shove him out of the way. Get that toy.
Years later, I remember Jacqueline was cheerleading with Scott, and he was playing on the basketball team, Johnny and Jacqueline. I thought that was on two different schools, at the same game. I thought that was kind of ironic. I guess she didn't want to give. Okay. Oh, I see. Jack had another baby. He had John, and she got jealous. Yeah. There's. Oh, now John and Pam are together. Yes, we got them together. We take all credit. And oh gosh, hard to remember this. I have to say it's.
We're sledding. It looks like you're standing out on the porch watching us sled down the hill.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sledding right down to the lake
Yeah.
there. Just iced over, I hope.
Norman's Hill.
Jack, what?
There's Jacqueline with Jack behind her. There's Melissa, who's just been outside. There's Carla. Jacqueline.
And who's left?
She's being held by Sandy.
Ah. And is that Grandpa on the right?
Yeah,
Don?
yeah, ramp on the right. Again, that's
Mystery Boy?
Linda. It's Linda's and Ken's son, but I can't think of his name.
Mike?
That's
Jim
no.
Preston?
There's Jim Preston. We had Scott just before that.
Steve?
Carla and
Is that Jacqueline?
no,
Jacqueline's
that's
old.
probably that little Tracy again, maybe.
Oh.
Fourth grade.
Melissa there at the chalkboard.
She's at Lakes Elementary in Rockford. She had a long dress on. I remember this.
Now her niece and nephew, Donna and Tyler, attend that same school, right?
Yes, they do.
Jacqueline, their mother, attended it.
Well, maybe she didn't have a long dress on. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Different party there, but. I guess they put a play on. My mother and Carol and my sister and Kenny, which is Ken, Ed, his older brother.
Kenny and Ed, who?
These are Hollenbecks again.
Ah.
Go back to the Hollenbecks.
Carol's at Preston.
There's Linda again. There's Nell. Behind her is Aunt Mary. And there's my dad holding Jacqueline. There's John and Pam.
Nell's the blonde? In the foreground?
Yes. Yes.
Nell what? Hollenbeck?
Yeah. And there's Jack. Pam is Jack's niece. And John's my sister, so
Mary Lou and Jim?
Mary Lou and Jim. And that, I keep thinking that's like little Johnny. I think it is. think he's about the same age as Jacqueline is. Carol. Jack.
Jim fighting Sandy?
Hard to say. Yeah, Sandy. It's Sandy.
Never put your hand back there,
It
girl.
hurts. My Aunt Marion with her brother, Don Schwalm. Mary Lou,
That is my hand.
my mom.
Who was sitting with
Oh,
there's Steve in
so
his
now
Job
we've
suit
had the fire, so Steve wearing the Job suit. So,
and the neck brace and the arm brace. Keep the
so it's
grass from
1978
growing.
here. Yes, he went through a lot. But we're real proud of him because he did everything he had to do and he got better.
Was it, third degree, 40% of his body.
Right.
It was a tough.
That's Johnny and Jacqueline.
He also became representative of the Phoenix Society, right? Spoke
Well,
to
he
people
spoke.
about
Yes, he went to a couple of
burns.
schools and it was on television one time, speaking about the Phoenix
hand
Society.
holding.
Again, that's the mystery baby. Not sure. This is the Danielson party again, so I'm not sure. Jerry and Debbie had a son every year, every single year. So I couldn't tell you which one that is, but
Who's that?
Jerry and Debbie.
Ah.
Those are Norman Lois's kids. That's Roger. That's Lois. That's not his wife. That's his brother's wife he's holding. That's his wife, Abby.
So pirouette.
Yeah. That's Gary. There's Gary, Rusty, Bob, and Pam. John with his new sweater.
Whose parents were they?
Raj and Ebby's. There's Jack in his salesman suit.
Was he
New
doing,
tie?
He wasn't parts manager at the time?
He was always parts manager. He's
Oh.
been parts manager since he was like 20. Pam loves babies. So if there's a baby at a party, she's got it. That was Jimmy's first wife. And there is Jimmy's dad, Norm, and Lois, his wife. Jerry and Debbie again. She homeschooled all their kids. There's Rusty. Gary. That's Gary. There's Mike. Melissa playing the drums, and Jack.
Jack Jr. I think Rusty played the drums.
Rusty later married Michelle,
His
and
mom,
Gary
Donna.
married Dawn. Yep, there's me.
Who's that? Is that you too?
That was me with Jacqueline. There's Steve. There's Scott. Did you get that, honey? Rusty married Michelle, and Gary married Dawn. Of the Danielson kids. Bob and Jan got married, but they got divorced. And that was Jim's wife, Melody. I think she's engaged there, but they got divorced also, and he married a gal that they live in Lowell now. This is way back. This is when Jacqueline was a brand new baby, maybe 2 months old. She loved the mobile. I think we have this on another video. I used to love to find those little rattles where they could really get their hand around it. Hard to do. They usually have these long ones now that the babies can't hold on to very well because they're used to squeezing their hand around something, like a finger. Then they could kind of tease on it a little bit. Sesame Street was our motif. The bed was Sesame Street, the sheets were Sesame Street.
The wallpaper was what?
Wallpaper was just kind of alphabetical kind of a thing. It wasn't Sesame Street. But I don't think back then they had wallpaper. Now they would have Sesame Street wallpaper.
One of those wire spring cots.
Yeah, this... The boys... Excuse me, sprung Jacqueline under the Christmas tree. I don't know when it was, because John, but one of those years when she was about that age, well, she was actually just a brand new baby. They swung the little seat back and flung her in the Christmas tree. She lived. Grandpa,
I think I saw Preston, Girls on Floors, Jimmy Preston.
Jimmy, yep.
Scott. Jacqueline again.
Hmm?
Love that mobile.
Yes, she did. Talking to it, crowing.
She always had the short, crazy hair for a while.
She did. It was real fine, and then it suddenly went blonde. She was such a good baby. So was Melissa. They, not to say you guys weren't, but you guys were roughnecks, and they really were girly girls. We're talking about you here, honey. How much you love this mobile.
I wish I was still as easily amused.
Yeah.
That's film.
1977 Christmas.
Looks like some of these are out of order.
Okay, we would do the Advent wreath every Christmas Eve. Well, we do it every Sunday. Light a candle. And then Christmas Eve, we light them all and read the story of the birth of Christ in Luke.
But there's no shelves downstairs.
And there's Melissa reading it. We used to take turns going around and holding the candle and reading it.
Mike on the left, Steve on the right.
Mm-hmm. Christmas cards. Yes, they had to come out
This
here.
is Sawcaw again. You can see you in the glass there. No fireplace in Hessler, so stockings are wherever we can hang
Well, we
them.
do, but it's downstairs.
Oh, that's right, yeah. There we go, we got a bike, full stockings. It's waist deep now, I guess.
Yep. Now bigger gifts, bigger kids. There's Steve. He's out of his Job suit. Hallelujah. Oh, you got a guitar.
Yeah, I never learned how to play it.
Oh.
I always wanted to, but it was hard.
We need your input here, honey.
Well, this is almost over, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's Mike.
We had a bunch of Daniels.
Yeah, we love the Danielson. What could that be? Here you are with Melissa.
She was a daddy's girl.
Still is.
Oh, watch out. Watch out, Jacqueline. Watch out.
First, I'm not paying attention. I'm looking
Yeah.
over.
Oh. I think it's broken.
There's Sharon. There's my
Mary Lou.
sister. There's Jim. This is a little later in life. Uncle Jim, my brother-in-law, or brother.
Jim.
Now my mom must be starting to get sick here because I bought Norfolk pines for them. They got to a point where they didn't want to bother with trees anymore. So I started buying a Norfolk pine every year and putting small ornaments on. There's Steve. Maybe not sick, but he had to wear his Jobs.
This is 77.
Yeah.
So before the accident.
There's Judy and Jean Jankowski.
He's back here.
That's
Yeah, but he had his neck
Judy?
brace on, honey. Judy. Yeah.
Bud in the background.
Uncle Bud. There's JJ. Wait, J. Yeah.
Jankowski.
That's Kristen Hobeck. Sandy, John.
Playing with John.
Jimmy's in the back with that fro. Who is that?
That's probably Dave or Dan, right?
Jacqueline.
No.
And,
Uncle Bud. Sharon, his sister. Oh, I know. Linda's boys, Dick and Matt. That's who those are. I think that may have been Aaron, Melissa.
I think we're out caroling here
Oh, we used to always do that. Look at there you are, honey.
at the Schwalm house.
That's me.
On
And then you guys would play your trumpet and trombone, and remember we play the instruments, we go
It's
door to
Dick
door?
Blake.
Dick Blake, yeah, oh my gosh. Oh,
There's two neighbor ladies.
Where's the Schwalm house again? What street?
Lewison.
Lewis. This is a neighbor lady.
my mom loved to have us go around the neighbors.
Me, Mike on the floor, and
Uh-huh.
Pam.
Dick Blake.
Gene Jankowski, the plaid, Melissa, Steve, Jimmy, Jack Jr., Jay, Melissa, Jenny, Scott. Oh, that's nice, Scott with Grandma. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus was there. Wow.
Yeah.
You guys got Santa Claus to come over?
Uncle John. Let's see. Oh, now we're back to Hollenbeck's. Okay, I see Trinia. Oh, nope. This is Hobeck's. There's, I think I saw Julie, Aaron. Boy, we've had this tradition for a long time. The red tissue presents were back, you know, forever.
Pretty sad.
I was just gonna say something.
That was 1979, Coy, and Christmas Eve here. Let's see. So is this, ooh.
Those yellow cows.
Okay, this is Hessler Drive, right?
Hustler.
There's Muffy. There's me.
Jack Jr. behind you, and then Scott behind him.
Jacqueline on the floor.
Uh-huh. Same table. Mike.
Now it's Scott.
Oh, that's Scott?
Scott.
Steve.
We're gonna go.
Is Jacqueline?
That was Steve before the fire accident. So this is early 78, right?
Uh,
I was born in 77 of September.
What was that? Yeah, that's Steve back there, right?
yep.
On Hessler Drive. So this is just before.
This must have been after the accident then, huh? Because
No, he's not wearing a jumpsuit. Right?
but we moved in July and he was burned right away. Same month we moved in.
So he's out of the jumpsuit like a year later?
Yeah, this must be.
Okay. That was Mike, me.
What was that sign you were showing?
The
Trek thing.
Vulcan
Do you want to
Salute.
eat the talking
from
fish?
Star Trek. Yeah.
Thank you.
Big Trekkie fan.
I love the talking.
Yeah, we love to sit in a circle around you, Jay, and watch you play and open gifts and put on a show for us.
Make messes like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was before cable.
But that wasn't fun anymore.
There's Muffy.
It's like I see so much of Donna. You know what I mean? From my
Everybody
face.
says that to me. They see Donna that knew you when you were a baby. They all say that. Those eyes.
Eyes, big eyes. It's just like Donna.
Here's Dad. Elvis record. Oh, I knew it.
You got the lip curl there.
Yeah, you missed your
Oh,
Elvis dancing. We had a really good thing of you dancing on the
Oh, really?
parties. Oh, it was sensational.
Careful, honey.
I can't see, honey bun.
You gotta move, buddy.
The grandma can't see the TV. There you go.
Okay. That's me. I cut my hair because Jacqueline used to chew my hair.
Sorry.
It's okay, I got over it.
On that leather table.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. Ugly yellow couch.
Jacqueline, you used to jump from that table to that couch
Oh yeah.
all the time.
Loved it.
Jack. There's Melody again. There's Jacqueline.
Santa!
Well, a little better Santa.
That same beard though.
The same beard. It's terrible.
No, there's
Who's the
one.
blonde? Who's the blonde in that?
Oh, I didn't see. That's one of the Jerry and Debbie's kids, though, because I think it's because it looks just like them. That's Jan. Remember when Jan and Bob got divorced?
Yeah.
Her daughter Jody is getting married soon. There's Evie, John, Pam. There's the twins,
Yeah,
David and Dan.
John and Pam's twin.
Uh-huh. There's Debbie. There's Jack Jr. Way in the back is Gary.
This is Debbie right here, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Debbie Danielson.
There's Jim. There's Scott. I mean, what's Jim's wife's name now?
That door in the doorway.
There's Rusty.
It was Melanie then.
No, but after they got divorced. Hey, you look cute. Those pigtail lace, the curling for you. This might. Well, this probably Jody.
Who's getting married soon?
Yep. Here's Mike throwing Steve out in the snow, and Rusty. No, Rusty telling him how to do it. Jerry. What's their son's name, honey? Their oldest son, Jerry and Debbie.
Can't think of it now.
Lois, Gary, Pam on the couch, me. There's
Mike?
Yeah. Mike wasn't been in these pictures before. Mike and Mary.
Roger.
Yeah.
Garland's on the windows.
Scott.
A blanket for his bed.
Look at there's you with the twins. Annie and David.
That's super.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at your bangs. They're great. Oh, Jim and Mike and Russ, Gary, Evie. Is that Pam? Pam.
Yeah.
Melody. Jan. Evie, Lois. Jerry and Debbie. So there were 3 babies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Michael, you ought to see yourself. Oh, you know, I think he did. I think he got up early and he was waiting for everybody to get up. That's about the year that he made this thing for us downstairs on the wall. Oh, there's Melissa too. We used to tell the kids they could open their stockings. See? There you go. When you wake up, you can open your stockings, but not your presents yet. Not that we weren't right behind them, but sometimes they always used to make these Santa cakes.
I remember.
Yep.
They were great, honey.
Thank you, honey. Scott. Hi, baby. Melissa, Steve. Steve telling you to push the buggy.
I'm waiting for the Christmas where I had the Big Bird chair. I don't know why that was my favorite Christmas of all time.
It might be here.
Oh, it was sitting right in front. It's not this one. I think it was soon after this, though. Maybe next Christmas or Christmas after.
You're sitting in a beanbag chair, I think. You're such a little lady. So is Melissa. Jack and Steve. Oh! I didn't know he did that.
That's who we did. Just moving the camera.
Let's make noise.
I hope so.
No, we can't have that, honey.
In there, okay?
What's on the front of your nightgown?
I was trying to figure that out too.
There's Dad. Mike waking up. Mike giving you a head massage. He's doing Nixon. Oh.
What is this now?
There's Mary Lou with Pam. Now, Pam, that might be Jonathan. My mom. Carol. John.